spinning wheel. Oh, I see a
Live.
clock.
Live.
There we are. We are live,
Live.
folks. A very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you all, no matter where you are watching us in the world, whether you're watching us live or on YouTube or on replay. Welcome
Or
to
in your
weekly
basement.
dose, or in your basement. Welcome to your weekly dose of Mauls, Balls and All, which is, as I said in the graphic, it's for the fans, by the fans. Joining me this evening is the man from the West, Connacht's finest, James Grennan. How are you, James?
All good here.
Have,
All good over here.
Good man. We have our man in Glasgow, Mike Reedy, the ever dependable Peter Martin, and as always, new daddy for the second time, Matt Boland. How the hell are you all? Are you all well in yourself?
Super.
Happy as a
Fucking
clam.
amazing.
Happy as a clam, I am.
That's
How
brilliant.
could we not be?
I've no idea. I've no idea. Right, now tonight we're going to kick off, as I mentioned beforehand, with a stupid, fucking, idiotic, woke bollocks that I was reading about, and I'm just intrigued. For your opinion, and whoever's watching, if you want to add an opinion on this. Matt, I'm going to go to you first, seeing as you're down there, and I'll go around this way. There was an article in today's Irish Independent by the journo, what's his name? John Downing, a journalist for the Irish Independent. And the headline was, "Is it time to replace..." For fuck's sake, Jesus. Oh, I'm paining me fucking head thinking about this. Is it time to replace the Fields of Athenry as Ireland's rugby song? What, Matt? Just go on. I know it's stupid, but go on.
No, move on. Fucking stupid. It's a lot of bollocks.
Well, can I chime in then? So,
Next.
Sorry, go on, James. Go on.
Well, seeing as I'm living in the parish of Athenry, I'd be strongly against that. It's our song, it's our heritage, it's our culture. We are not getting rid of that. Fine, if we want to sing Cranberries in your head, fine, lovely, glad to have another one. But we're not giving up the Fields of Athenry, so that fella can go and swivel.
His problem
It must be.
His problem is everything offends him. So, like, no matter what you sing or fucking sing a lullaby to him, he'll still get fucking offended. And he just thinks he's fucking brilliant and gets on his keyboard and writes his little articles. What a tosser. He can get fucked. That's what he can do.
I see Gregor is
Get off the fence, Matt.
in the comments.
Never.
You're right, Greg.
Never.
Right, okay. Peter Martin, and any thoughts on this fucking shit?
No, and that's all I have to say in that matter.
Right, okay. Mike Reedy, go on.
Right. From my perspective, living in Glasgow, it's obviously a big anthem for Celtic Football Club, which is completely, it doesn't matter. But do you know what? It's a song that gets the Irish crowd going. And it's the same applies to Zombie. I think, I mean, the atmosphere that created in Paris at the World Cup, everybody said it, not just Irish fans. Every fan in the world said it was amazing. Why do people have to make it? I mean, when I was going to rugby in the 70s, 80s, it was Molly Malone we sang was our anthem. But who cares? I mean, I remember standing up on the terraces at Twickenham in the early 80s, and Ireland, we were getting absolutely fucking thumped, and started singing Molly Malone in the middle of English fans, and they sang it along with us. It's great. Just rugby is about everybody getting on together and having fun, and it's the same nonsense as, it's a little bit different. Delilah has been banned by the Welsh authorities because it portrays the physical violence as well. Which, fair enough, that's a completely different issue. But this is about our history, our heritage. Why fucking bow to all this nonsense? And nobody's complaining about it, like from any other country. So why the fuck would we?
Storming and
Well, I think it is Storm and Teagle. Sorry, Mac, one.
One cunt complained about it. And you mentioned his name earlier, whatever it is. I wasn't even listening because he's a stupid cunt.
John Downing.
He's a cunt.
In the Irish Independent. Well, the main thrust of the opposition to it was celebrating. Well, not celebrating. Well, I don't know. Deportation, starvation, and incarceration. Anyway, there you go. Hold on, there's loads of comments coming in. Jesus Christ, there's loads of comments coming in about this. Let me see there. Give me a break. You tell us to replace our culture song. Nope, we'll sing it louder. Good for you, whoever said that.
I think it's
Sorry, I had to go
Megan.
back. Megan, yeah, okay. No sitting on the fence then, lads. Okay. Fields of Rathenroy was written by a dub, so it should be the Leinster song. No, no, thank
That was
you.
There, why don't you?
Yeah, if we've to stop to sing the Fields of Athenry, then England have to stop singing Sweet
No, they
Caroline.
haven't. I don't have any. Does anybody have a problem with England singing that? By the way,
I could
No,
give
well,
a
with Caroline.
everybody sings.
fuck.
Everybody wants to be a
100
That's the big problem.
Hold on, Mike. 100 years from now, I'll be dead, thankfully, because everyone will live in cubicles, not talking, no interaction, living like other emotionless robots. Lives that release offend. Okay, this is going to go on. Random fact: I haven't been to Trevelyan's house. Okay, fair enough.
Great.
Megan Augusta, let them have it. Sorry, lads. This is just obviously sparked a flame in a lot of people. I know that's my point. Are we not doing what he wants? Talking about, I don't know what that is.
Actually,
That's Jared Brennan is right there. We shouldn't be talking about it. We're giving him
Yeah.
fucking valuable
Yeah,
airtime.
we're giving them
Exactly.
options.
All right.
We're talking about it.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's
Okay.
shut the fuck up about it.
Right. Okay. Let's just shut that up. Okay, James Grannon, I'll come back to you on our more important points. We had 3 debutants against France, and I would like you to mark. I'd like us all to mark their scorecards. Firstly, I'm going to go with Calvin Nash. Calvin Nash, how did he get on in your eyes?
He's no Mac Hansen, but he did a bloody fine job. I give him 8 out of 10.
All right. Okay. Mike Reedy, Calvin Nash.
I thought he done fine for what he done. He took his try. It was a run-in, easy score, but he still took it, and he was there on his opposite wing to score that try. I thought he done fine. He's a very good foil for the missing Mac Hansen, who's a big loss, obviously. But you know something, we need this situation to blood new players, and that's what's happened. And he's done well. I'm pleased. I was pleased with his performance.
Sure, fucking Jacob Stockdale would have scored that fucking try.
Well, would he have been there though?
Well, that's true, yeah.
I'd been the fucking playing in the first place.
That's it. Peter Martin, mark Calvin Nash's scorecard for that game.
Yeah, I thought he did. He did well. Nothing else really to add to what James has said. He's no Mac Hansen, but not every player is. There's only one Mac Hansen, and there's another chant. So look, that's there's only one Mac Hansen, and there's only one Calvin Nash as well. So just 8 out of 10. He did what he had to do. He looked for the ball when he had his moments. Didn't look out of place. That's it. Well done him.
Okay, fair enough. Thanks, Pete. Matt, Calvin Nash, Marcus scorecard.
Yeah, I'd give him like 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Only because look, he played really well, and it's great that like we have such depth in them positions. When a player like Mac Hansen's quality gets injured, and you replace him with somebody like Calvin Nash, and they come on and do a great game. Like he didn't really set a foot wrong, but you can't judge him too much on one performance. You need to see how well he does over a few performances and give him a proper go. But like he didn't really set a foot wrong for me. He read the game well. He came in off his wing to support the other lads in the centre and on the far side when he needed to. So for me, that's a good winger where they're not just sitting out in the wing waiting for the ball to score, because that's just fucking easy. It's how to support all the other lads when they need it, and he did that really well. For me, that was key. And look, fair fucking play to him. He did great.
Okay, fair enough. Excuse me. Back to you, Matt. Jack Crowley. Considering that, I was just looking at some of his stats before we come on this evening. He made a couple of mistakes, but he did redeem himself, I thought, and he redeemed himself well with the kicks at goal. Matt, how would you mark Jack Crowley's scorecard?
Look, again, Crowley did really well. You know, it's a very tough gig for somebody to come in and replace Johnny Sexton. After the years of service Johnny Sexton did, you know, I'm sure in his first game he had a couple of fuck ups as well. Nobody can remember that anymore because that's just the way it is. He did really well. He made what's going on?
I said I can remember it because I remember Ron O'Gara and Johnny Sexton's early games. They were not nearly as polished as Jack Crowley was, as far as I'm concerned. I think he did a great game. I think
exactly. So
2 or 3 years time, he's going to be.
Yeah, all right, James. All right, James. James, all right.
100%. Like, you know, he made a couple of mistakes, but he got over them very quickly, and it didn't let him affect his further performance in that game. He missed a relatively easy kick, but all the kicks after that he fucking nailed, and they were tougher. Do you know what I mean? So that was clearly just jitters and nerves being in such a big game against France. He had a point to prove. He wanted to nail on that jersey, and I think he did that in that game.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Thanks, Matt. Peter Martin, Jack Crowley, scorecard.
Yeah. Look, to be perfectly honest, I suppose the first thing is that I was actually amazed with the result. But apart from that, look, there's going to be speed bumps along the way when we have, you know, we know that Crowley is not the finished article and it'll take him a bit of time. He did exceptionally well given the circumstances. Yes, he made mistakes, and this is what O'Gara said in his interview there before, I think it was last Thursday with Matt Cooper. He said that what struck him about Crowley is his mental resilience. Nothing phases him. He just keeps coming back. He'll keep doing the same stuff over and over again. You know, his ability to forget about mistakes is what sets him apart as a top player. So I would say, please God, we'll be having this conversation at the end of the Six Nations when we've done a proper review and we've had 5 quality games, and we'll still be saying, yeah, he's top man or whatever the case may be. One game is still a little bit too early, but he's ticking all the boxes for me, and I think he should start against Italy.
Absolutely.
All right. Okay. Fair enough. Thanks, Pete. Mike Reedy, Jack Crowley, scorecard. Go.
Just echo what the lads said. I mean, he made a few mistakes in the first half, missed that penalty, missed touch or went straight to touch with a kick. He also had a wee grubber kick early in the game that went out of play at the back of the goals. Outside of that, I mean, what Peter Martin said there is very important. He had the resilience to put that behind him and not let himself get bogged down with making those mistakes now. And like, make no mistake about it, it's a fucking terrible pressure on his head, as there is on any number 10's head in a big game. But particularly him coming on the back of such an exceptional player we've had over the last couple of decades. But I thought he was cool. He was calm. He actually closed the game out very, very well as well. I know Frawley came on towards the end, but not for him. And I would give him as good a mark as, obviously he had a few mistakes, so you can't give him top marks. But he was well, very capable and did very well. So I'm very pleased with him, and he's the number 110 for Ireland now. He has to be. All right.
Okay. Thanks, Mike. Go on, James. You're itching to get in there. Go on.
Well, like I said, when Raj and Sexton started out, I don't think they were nearly as polished as Crowley is. He came in. What really impressed me was there when he was taking his kicks and he had missed that sitter. It happens. But when he was taking the next thing, and I was watching him and his prep, and he did this little nod to himself. Yeah, going to get this one. And the mental resilience was there to see. He was tried a few things. He wanted to, to a few kicks here and there. It didn't work out. So what? So fucking what? We won the game in a canter anyway, and in no small part to his efforts. So I think he was brilliant.
Okay. I listened to a wee interview with him, and he said during last year's Six Nations, he was working like as a kind of a water boy, and he was delving into Johnny Sexton every time when he was going in, like handing him the kicking tea and all that. He was getting snippets from him and getting advice. He said that, and he's used Johnny Sexton, and the influence that he's had over him is brilliant. And you can see the coolness is there. He'll become a better player playing with good players all around him. So I have no worries about him anyway at all.
All right, there's okay. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, James. Peter, Matt. There's a comment in there. Rugby is the most simplest of games. Big boys battle wee guys, then our wee guys score. We now, for the first time ever, we have more than one big guy who coincidentally likes battering people. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Someone says Crowley has big shoes to fill. Did well, kind of like when one of you kick has to take over the hosting duties from Burke. There's a lot of okay.
Dara Weston.
Dara Weston. Okay. Was great weekend. Irish rugby, both teams. Six Nations round 1. Also Young Guns, Munster. Great game. Okay, fair enough. What I also wanted to talk about was
what about the third player?
The which? The what?
The third debutant.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Jesus. Thank you, James. I will come to you first. James. I got distracted there by the comments.
Yeah.
I'll come to you first. The man of the match, his first Six Nations start, Leinster's Joe McCarthy. James Grannon, how did he go in your eyes?
Big Joe, he put in a big performance, and it's hard to believe. What is he, 22, 23, something like that?
22.
Hard to believe that guy has not had played international rugby, and he comes in against France, one of the toughest teams we're going to face in this Six Nations, and he puts in a performance like that, and well deserved. And then straight over to his brother to give him the man of the match medal. I thought that was a glorious picture when I saw that in the paper. Absolutely fabulous, brilliant. No, love the guy. Think he's nailed on for starting any games throughout this. That he's fit and able to. That he's nailed on for starting.
Yeah, true. Do you think, James? No, actually, no. I'll ask this at the end of this. Mike Reedy, Joe McCarthy, debutant, man of the match,
a superstar in the making for me, anyway, without a doubt. Do you know? Everybody's calling him Big Joe. He's only 6'6".
Only 6'6". Huh?
No, but
only 6'6".
Compared to current day locks. I mean, Ty Burn is the same size as him. James Ryan is 6'8". Like, we're calling him big, but he's a big imposing figure.
That's what Peter got.
He just dominates people. He has the whole package, though. He's not just a big. I'd hate to get bogged down in this Big Joe carry on. That he's just a big bruiser. He's a lot more than that. Do you know? I would almost go as far as to say I despise Austin Healy. Austin Healy's take on Joe McCarthy. He said he is the Eamon Etzebeth of Northern Hemisphere rugby. He said he's an enforcer. He's an absolute. And he is he has the whole package. So he can offload, he can run, carry, he does everything. He'll score tries as well.
But Mike, why would you disagree with Austin Healy calling him the?
I'm not agreeing with Austin Healy. I just despise the man, and that's the only decent thing he's ever fucking said.
All right, okay.
But he said he's even. I don't disagree with that at all. I'm just saying I despise the man, and he talks shite generally, but he's fucking dead.
I don't even think Austin Healy's mother fucking likes him. Anyway, Peter Martin, Joe McCarthy, what a performance!
Yeah, look, he made his mark. He kind of put it was a statement kind of performance. I think, like a lot of the other nations I'll be watching now saying, "Holy crap!" We all know Ireland have had this fantastic style of play for the last couple of years, but now there's a guy with a bit of nasty in him who'll basically throw himself about and basically be a pest at Maul defence. So look, just again, much just like Mike there took the words out of my mouth as regards Austin Healy, absolute potty mouth, pure verbal diarrhea 9 times out of 10. But a stopped clock does tell the right time, twice a day. And I think this is one of the examples where Healy got it absolutely right. He is like an Etzebeth. I'd say he probably could be more dynamic. I would argue than Etzebeth insofar as he'll get around the pitch a lot more. But look, it's a fantastic compliment. And here's hoping he stays injury free and he goes well.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry, Peter. I'm just looking at Dara Weston's comment there. McCarthy is possibly the best Joe since Joe Dolan. He could go well up in the line.
Show.
Yeah.
There you go. Sorry, the comments are flying in.
They're
lads.
flying in.
Yeah.
It will be interesting to see Joe McCarthy. What's it? Starts or stats. Stats. I think he had 9 carries, 9 tackles. There are 2 I know anyway. I don't know what his meters gained.
Funnily enough,
on, Mike.
what you call Ty Byrne had actually better stats than him at the end of the
correct.
game.
He did. You're right.
But something. It was the dominance of Joe McCarthy, and you know something. He's given us something new, like what Peter Martin just said. He's given us something that we were missing, a link that we were missing. Someone with a bit of fucking grunt, by the way. Paul O'Connell had it right when he played with us, but he has given us. We won't be bullied now. We won't be bullied at him on the park. He has the capability of and you know something. Ireland has never really needed, but we do. Obviously, we needed it in that fucking World Cup against quarter-final game. Someone that could stand up and not be bullied. And
he was compared, gentlemen. He was compared as I can't remember who said it now. Will Skelton. He was compared to Etzebeth. Also was mentioned. He was compared
Jim
to
Hamilton.
But anyway, Jim Hamilton. Yeah, said that. Okay, Matt. I haven't come to you on this. John McCarthy. Some man.
He's a fucking unit. That's what he is. As Peter Martin said, like he played well and he fucking dominated where he needed to be and just made a fucking general nuisance of himself and just didn't go only one way but fucking forward. Do you know what I mean? And it took nearly 2 or 3 guys to fucking take him down each time, which is something what we need. We need that going. You know, he fucking fair play to him. He did a great game for his first start in the Six Nations. Just getting back to Austin Healy, it's a pity Brian O'Driscoll didn't beat some fucking sense into him that time when they had a boxing match. He's a reason. He's a fucking reason that lad.
Came in there from Francis Edgeworth. McCarthy will get better too. That's the scary part.
That's it exactly. He's literally only just fucking getting going. Do you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. There's another comment. McCarthy has all the skills. Watch him at rucks, mauls, and tackles. He makes life very difficult for defenders, slowing down guys, getting back in the defensive line. Okay. Gents, do we think McCarthy could get on the plane for the Lions or not enough caps for consideration? Also, speaking of the Lions, my brother-in-law is named after the late great Barry John. Oh, okay, fair enough.
He's got a good year of playing to fucking make an impression to get him on that fucking team.
That's true.
I'd say that's at the back of fucking all those players' minds right now. Fucking Lions is a year and a half away. People are talking about the Lions, and anything can happen. It's all this fucking what you call him, that Scottish fly half that nobody wants to talk about. But everybody, he's going to be fuck off. It's a year and a half away. Jack Crowley could be the fucking by then could be the best fly half in Europe.
Come here, gents. I'm going to just throw it out there. Ollie Jaeger, would he get his a chance against Italy?
No,
off the bench.
Was he called into the is he in the squad?
He was. Yeah, he's in the 23.
I think he might. Yeah. You know, is the other boy Tom O'Toole not in there as well?
I don't know. James Grannon, any thoughts on Ollie Jaeger?
I don't see it. I know you seem to have got a whiff of something around that, Peter, today, but I don't see it. I don't see it.
I'd start with Beelan, by the way. I would. No, listen. We need to rest some of these guys. Like Furlong is getting on in years, and Porter is playing practically every minute of every game. So we need to. These other people need to be tried. We fucking got cut out in the World Cup again because we didn't do that. And try him now. Get him in. See if he has anything to offer, like to close out the game or whatever. If we're comfortable in the game,
you just want him in because he's a monster, man.
I don't give a fuck. I don't listen. That does never come into my thinking when I'm talking about Ireland ever.
Okay. Peter Martin. Peter Martin. Ollie Jaeger. Any chance? Would you like to see him in the green?
Well, I'd love to see him in the green, but I just don't see it happening that quickly. He's like like if he's to come in and play, it has all the hallmarks of being a Michael Bent, where he's almost parachuted in. That's what comes to mind. Like he basically went from he's no sooner off the plane, and it's like quick, get out that green jersey, and that from previous experience. Now we're not comparing. It's not quite this exact same caliber player and so on, but it just has a whiff of that. I saw something on Twitter today. It amused me is that what's cool about Ollie Jaeger, apart from the fact obviously he's a half decent player, is that he looks like a 1920s strongman, and I just thought that was actually quite a very apt.
I forgot to say 1920s porn star.
No, he looks like someone you'd see in fucking Peaky Blinders.
All he's missing is the black one piece suit and the set of weights with like they look like black bombs at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Over the shoulder thing going like that, like I mean that's exactly what that tash is magnificent.
Exactly. Thanks, Pete. Matt Boland, Ollie Jaeger. What do you think of Ollie Jaeger as a player?
Well, look, wasn't he fucking great for Crusaders when he was playing for them for how many fucking seasons he played for them? You know, he's come over and he's made an impact in Munster. You know, it's all the breeding players.
Has he really made an impact?
Well, he probably
was exceptional against the Crusaders the other night. No, I didn't see all the game. I saw the very end of it, but
I just saw fucking Lee Halfpenny's attempt at the fucking haka, which was sure he should never do that again. Fucking atrocious. But anyway, look, I mean, it's all about breeding new players. Like, do you know what I mean? Who the fuck is that?
I don't know, Matt. Someone says, Matt, there's no room to beat Sense of Tahiti as he's full of shite. Yeah, okay, we'd agree. I think we all agree with that.
Yeah, well, we did, and that's why I said it. But look, I mean, breed players. I mean, that's what we need to do, and the more players we have that are test ready can easily jump in when there's an injury occurring anywhere in the team, and that's what we need. We don't need the same people starting out week in, week out, and you get into that situation where once somebody's gone, then you're in all sorts of trouble because they're not fucking ready, they're not game ready or anything like that. So, I mean, if he gets the chance, he should fucking take it the best he can and make an impression, and then if not, then just move him on and go next person who's up next.
Right. Okay. James Grennan, I'll let you address that comment there. Lads, we need 6 props. England lost a World Cup semi-final because they had no front row replacements. Marla played 75 minutes on Saturday, or 79 minutes. Sorry, James. Do we need? I think we do actually. I'd agree with that. I think we do need.
a
James,
7-1 split, is it?
Yeah, there you go. Well, what do you think?
He's not talking about 6 props on the team or team sheet.
But we do need more props, though, James. Would you agree?
It's a power game nowadays. Okay, Sunday's one won't be a power game, but it's turned into a power game, and you do need more heft off the bench. Yeah. I don't know what to say, but Marla played 75 minutes. That's a long time for a front row to be,
that's what Andrew Porter's playing all the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of minutes for anyone of that size.
It is.
Yeah. Well, normally you'd have them.
I would say at this point
50, 60 minutes. Go on, Pete.
I would say at this point in time that Andrew Porter is in danger of becoming the next Johnny Sexton as regards being left on the pitch for the length of time, and there's nobody like Keane Healy is at the end, right?
Yeah.
Keane Healy apart, there is nobody basically right there chomping at the bit to get a jersey. There's a couple of guys who are, you've got Lockman who went to the World Cup. His lack of minutes should be a flashing light as regards how well he's regarded. And after that, then you're looking at who's there. There's a few lads, people getting up and down, getting excited about Jack Boyle and Leinster and one or two others, but like lads, they're only just out of they're barely out of nappies. Like, do you know what I mean? Like they have to get minutes.
That's all we've got to do is look at what's South Africa. They've won back-to-back World Cups. Their whole game is based on power, and they changed their full front row a half time basically in a game and bring on a fresh set. We need to wise up a bit here and see what they're doing. We got
So
bullied.
win ugly is the lesson, Mike, is it?
Sorry?
Win ugly, yeah.
No, not win ugly. Fucking win. Okay, sometimes you need to win ugly.
The,
Listen, we get bullied. We have Andrew Porter, like we're all saying, and nobody fucking else as a loose head prop. Now we've got a few options at tight head at the moment, but a couple of those are aging. Furlong and Beelum are aging. Are they going to be around for the next World Cup? Maybe not. Maybe they will.
On Porter, Mike. The whole thing with Porter, since I think it was the Safas that pointed out, whatever he's doing with his hips, he's painting a bad picture for the referees, and he's getting fucking pinged every time. Now, how many?
Hold on. James, one sec, James. I'm just going to ask 1 sec about that. I'm going to come back to that particular point you're making, but I want to just ask Matt about the props, the 6 props. We need more props, Matt. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, well, I mean, okay, South Africa do that whole fucking thing where they have seven forwards and 1 fucking back on the bench. Like, I don't think that's a good idea.
Oh no.
Right. And like, we don't want to do exactly what South Africa do, because that's just taking their playbook and using it for us. Yeah, have the props on the bench, but use them wisely. Whether it's bringing them all on at 60 minutes or bringing them all on at 50 minutes, I don't know. I'm not that tactician. I'm not that coach that's able to say what's better and what's ideal in a situation like that. But you definitely need the props. Do you know what I mean? And you gotta use what's available in the reserves as well. You need to get them up to speed and up to game times. Like the lads were saying, Andrew Porter's playing 60, 70, maybe nearly 80 minutes in some games. If he gets injured, who's going to replace him and be up to that level that can perform the way he did? Do you know? So there is something that the South Africans are doing right, but we just got to find our way of doing it and change it and make it better.
No, I'm not suggesting that we should put 6 fucking props on the bench on any team sheet. That'll never happen.
I think the original question was that we needed more props coming.
Yeah, we need
through.
them available. We need them available.
Yeah, available. Yeah, not particularly.
Exactly.
Anyway,
and that's why you need to breed them, and give them games.
Yeah, exactly. Peter Martin, question there that someone said: does Kelleher start with Stewart on the bench? Interesting. What would you say? Yes, no?
I don't know. I'm quite happy, to be honest. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if Farrell goes with the same 15 again. The only change I would see for Italy is basically going back to a 5-3 split. Yeah, getting another outside back in for one of the forwards. But you need, like, the way it is, you need to have a bit of. I think this Six Nations should be maybe all about getting or establishing our out half. Establishing an out half there, and that should be around Crowley. And if it basically means getting as much continuity and consistency around him, well, then so be it. I know what everybody's saying. So we're like, like the dog on the street knows we're going to beat Italy by 30 points probably on Sunday. But at the same time, that's probably not going to help Crowley too much, because he's coming in big game, did exceptionally well, but he needs to have two. Like, I wouldn't be against, personally speaking, having the likes of, the halfbacks not changing, for the rest of the Six Nations. I just feel there should be good continuity. So, it's there. Like Craig Casey obviously come on, whatever, maybe instead of Conor Murray to replace Gibson Park. But I think you just need to get that fluency there. That's just my opinion anyway. I'm change for change's sake. I don't know. We don't know. We'll probably get an idea as the Six Nations goes on as regards what Farrell's aims are. Well, obviously he's going to wants to win every single game, and now like the slam is on. But will he decide there's room for manoeuvre and still win the slam? We don't know.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. James Grennan, on that point, Kelleher Stewart on the bench. As Pete was saying, would you mix it up that much, or would you leave as is?
There mightn't be much of a change, but and just to pick up on something you said there, Peter Martin, about having Jack Crowley on that game. It could be a game that he gets hurt and injured and be out for the rest of the fucking. There's a risk there, but you can't wrap him up in cotton wool either. I don't see many changes. They gave England a bit of a scare, so we can't really afford to take them that lightly. I think we'll win at a canter, but it's not a game that Andy Farrell is going to be taking very lightly. And I don't think he'll make a whole raft of changes. Maybe a few here and there. There might be that suggestion of what was it again, Kelleher?
Miller and Stewart.
Kelleher's the start and Stewart.
Yeah.
Excuse me, on the bench.
There's a comment there about young Gleeson. Well, he's in the 20s this year. He'll be next year. Next Six Nations, he'll be in for sure. But no, I don't see a whole raft of changes.
All right, okay. So to just stick and go with the proven formula, and because there's no injuries. Like you might see some interesting bench players coming in. He might have but the starting 15, I don't think it'll be hugely different. All right, okay. Matt, anything? Would you change anything massively or no? Is there any need, Matt? Actually, is there any need for Farrell to change anything? Like Nash maybe for Larmour, or Larmour for Nash?
I wouldn't be changing Nash anyway. I'd be giving him another fucking run out, definitely. Do you know what? I'd go with the same again. Just fucking let them loose. Unless, of course, there's niggles or something going on in the training sessions this week, then change where it needs to be. But just go out and make a fucking statement.
At the moment, Matt. Sorry to cut across. Matt, at the moment, there's no injury worries.
Yeah, at the moment. There's still training to be done. You never know what might happen during the week.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But look, all going well. You wouldn't
change anything, though.
No, all going well. Just fucking same team. Just lash them out. Just fucking make a statement. England were positively shit against Italy, and Italy weren't any. Okay, they played better like Italy do. They played well for fucking 60 odd minutes and struggled then towards the end. But just go out and fucking slaughter Italy and just make a fucking statement, and then have everybody fucking quaking in their boots for the rest of the fucking games.
Great job. Okay, fair enough. Mike Reedy, would you change anything? Keep as is, or would you bring in?
I certainly wouldn't be changed. I certainly wouldn't be taking Dan Sheehan out of the side, starting side right now. We went through the last couple of games of the World Cup, and our fucking lineout was all over the shop. We've just played the game.
That wasn't Dan Sheehan's fault.
No, I'm not saying it was Dan Sheehan's fault, but what I'm saying is we have now gone 12 from 12 against one of the best teams in Europe. Like with 12 lineouts, we also fucking claimed 4 of their lineouts, which it wasn't down to Dan Sheehan. So I wouldn't be taking Dan Sheehan out of that team. I wouldn't be making any major changes at all. But I don't think to be any harm to give a couple of props. Maybe it's pointless bringing Keane Healy in as a replacement prop against Italy. I'd stick Lockman on the bench there against them, and I'd also stick probably. I don't know if Tyke Furlong should. I don't know. Is Beelum fit to play? Fully fit, James?
I think he is, yeah.
Well, I don't have any problem with starting Beelum as tight head and even giving the other guy, what's his name? The Crusaders fella, to give him a run out. But other than that, I wouldn't be making
Ali Egger.
Yeah. And I would say I would go with what Peter Martin said. I'd stick with get that team playing well around Crowley, because Crowley is going to be our future 10. So get him playing well around him and get him used to playing around him, and vice versa, and we will be all right. I don't think. I mean, Andy Farrell is not going to. He's not that. He's not. Listen, he made hardly any changes during any of the games in the World Cup, for God's sake.
Well, okay. Well, James, let me ask you this then. Centre of the Park, I put up a post about this. I said bench Aki, McCluskey, and Henshaw.
Yeah,
Would that be an option? Would you agree with that?
I wouldn't see anything wrong with doing that. Yeah, Bundy has nothing to prove. He's
Exactly.
You'll get it all day long and twice on Sundays from Aki, no problem at all. So why not? Yeah, see what other pairings we've got.
Okay, Peter Martin, that particular centre partnership, would you go with that, or would you just stick with the tried and tested?
Yeah, sure. Look, there's nothing unknown in what you're suggesting. So yeah, sure. Look, it's we're at the stage really. I think looking at the age profile of who we have in the centre is that there probably should be an eye on bringing maybe one or two other players through, but that's obviously, I don't think that's going to be on the agenda for this Six Nations. I would say I'd say somehow Farrell will look for the South African tour at maybe bringing one or two, the likes of maybe Jamie Osborne, or I don't know, even total left field and a nod to Connacht, the likes of Carl Ford could come in at centre, like just because
second half maybe
like Aki's 33, Henshaw's 30, Ringrose is 28. Big Stu is in his early 30s as well. So the age profile of our centres as things stand, they just need to start gently easing guys in.
Yeah.
Nice to see Colin Ford coming on for maybe 20 minutes at the end. That'd be a good call.
Would be. Yeah. Matt, any thoughts on the centre partnership? McCluskey, Henshaw, would you leave as is? Aki on the bench?
The lads did well at the weekend. Aki's just gone from World Cup form and brought it straight into the fucking Six Nations. Had a great game. Henshaw is injury prone at this moment in time, so risk him getting an injury against Italy when we could use him against fucking Wales or England the weeks after. I don't know. I like Stu. I like Big Stu. I think he's a fucking great player.
He is a good player, but his only downfall is
still injured, is he?
No, I think
Ringrose might be available.
He might be available, but they're going to make a call later on in the week.
Yeah, but what I was going to say to you, Matt, was that my only criticism of McCluskey is that sometimes, and it can repeat with great frequency, is that sometimes McCluskey's handling skills let him down for some reason. I don't know why.
Is there not a case for a token Ulster player in there anyway?
No, fuck off. No, the only fucking token player that should be in there is Nick Timoney.
If Ringrose is fit, I'd play Ringrose and fucking Aki.
Yeah, well, yeah, true, yeah. All right. Mike Reedy, any further thoughts on this?
I mean, it's like what one of the lads said. We have nothing to learn about McCluskey. We know he can come in and do a job at 12 if he's needed. But Bundy Aki is in the fucking best form of his entire career right now. He plays for me. He starts for me, no question about it. And whether it's Henshaw or Ringrose. Now, if Ringrose is fit, I'd probably go. Mind you, Henshaw had probably one of his best games for a long, long time the other night as well. And he may possibly be a better 13 than a 12. I think he probably is, and he's a good foil for 13. Because we've always been worried about having a 13 to replace Ringrose. So, and also, Henshaw's an ideal man on the bench. He can play any fucking place in the back five. So I you could play him either or. I certainly would start with Bundy.
I think Bundy's nailed on anyway.
I don't think it would have been a bad idea to bring Frisch into the just bring him into the show.
Stop it. No.
He's a proper player. He's a proper player, and
he's a proper player for Munster.
Have a look. I'm not saying he should be fucking coming in starting or any getting the game, but he should be. He should have been in the training squad.
No. Sorry, no.
Anyway,
Peter Martin. I wanted to, and James and Matt and Mike, but Peter Martin, you like your stats. And I was just I meant to say this earlier, but came across a few interesting stats that you might be interested in. Since last July last year, we averaged 6 kicks per game, which seems a bit low for me anyway. But anyway, we averaged 6 kicks per game. Three teams have that we've played since last July. Obviously, 3 teams have left us to score 2 tries or less. Could anyone guess the 3 teams that kept
Italy.
us scoring 2 tries or less?
New Zealand and South Africa.
Just
South
3,
Africa in the
3.
World Cup. South Africa in the World Cup and New Zealand in the World Cup.
And who else? One more.
One
We're
more.
missing one. Yeah.
Well,
3 teams.
Italy didn't. Scotland we scored 3 against. They were the only team we didn't get a bonus point against in the last 6 nations.
3 teams since last July that kept us to only scoring 2 tries. 3 teams.
Australia.
Go on, Mike.
New Zealand.
Correct and right, Mr. Martin.
New Zealand and South Africa did in the World Cup. Who else?
Yeah. Australia. Peter Martin just said it.
All right. Okay.
Australia.
Well, so did
Yeah,
it.
there you go. We have had 4 cards given to us since last July. And the most
2 must be
interesting one I
romantic.
thought. The most interesting one I thought, Pete, what player of the Irish team was given or gave away the most penalties?
Peter O'Mahony.
Peter Martin,
Andrew
I'll let you guess. I'll let you guess first.
Andrew Porter.
Player who was the boldest boy on the pitch
Who gave away the
Right,
most penalties in the Irish team
most
since last
penalties.
July?
since last July.
Go
The hip
on.
swing and Porter, I'd say.
Peter
I'd
O'Mahony.
say Tyke Byrne.
Either Porter,
Who's that?
James Ryan, or
I'm
Tyke
saying
Byrne.
Tyke Byrne.
No, wrong, Pete. Who are you saying, James Grennan? Actually, sorry, Pete.
Porter.
Tyke Byrne,
It's a
I
bit-
think, is second. It's
Oh,
Andrew Porter.
Playing too many times on the
No,
scrum.
they are.
Not
Andrew
cards.
Porter is
penalties.
Just penalties now, not cards.
the what?
Not cards, just penalties.
No, penalties. No, not
We
cards.
started off
Just
saying,
penalties.
Yeah,
we
yeah,
started
yeah.
off saying we got 4 cards. We got 4 cards, and then you went on to penalties. So which is it? Is it penalties or cards?
Penalties.
No. Overall,
Andrew
we've had
Porter gave
4
away 4
cards.
penalties in
And
one
then-
game in Nations.
It's whatever Porter's doing with his hips in the scrum
Yeah.
that has been identified, and he's getting pinged every single time for it. I said it about 10 or 15 minutes ago.
We gave away 4 cards in total. We gave away 4 cards in total, and then a separate question was what player gave away the most penalties on the team, which is Andrew Porter. There you go. Right now, gentlemen, before everything falls over, right? Quick review of last weekend's games. Ireland v France. James Grennan, what did you reckon? We beat them 38-17, a record win for us. What did you think of that game?
I was pleasantly surprised. I thought it was going to be a 3 to 5 point game. Everyone said France were going to win it, and I thought if France win it, it'll be by 10 to 12 points. If we win it, it'll be by 3 to 5 points. Pleasantly surprised.
And were anyone kind of, you went, Jesus Christ, brilliant performance, apart from Joe McCarthy? Anyone else? You kind of went, wow, okay.
Yeah, I thought they all played very well. I thought Jack Crowley was really good. Calvin Nash was great. Bundy, his usual brilliant self. Peter O'Mahony, solid. Other than taking one for the team towards the end of the game. Yeah, great. I thought they all did well. I don't think there was any bad performance on the team.
All right, good stuff. Thanks, James. Peter Martin, our game v France, record win.
Yeah.
Where was it won?
In Marseille.
I would say where one was that our set piece, particularly the line out, was excellent compared to France's. The other point as well, and I think someone else alluded to us online, is that Ireland stopped Don T at the breakdown. They basically kind of, like, I suppose that's down to Aki playing as well as he did, is that they think they had dominance over Dante's channel, so they basically put him in a position where Dante wasn't coming in. I think they basically ran down his channel an awful lot. Like Aki made hay at first receiver the whole time, so Dante was first into making tackles, so he wasn't able to jackal for the ball because he's massively effective in that area. And I'd say thirdly, the fact that the matter is that France are fucking shite without Dupont.
I was about to say the same thing there, Pete. They missed Dupont more than we missed Sexton.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Good point, James. Good point, James. Yeah. Sorry, pick one.
Well, that's it, really. There's nothing else really to say. France are shite without Dupont, and we a few tactical tweaks. The set piece was running. You know, we could do it all week against France. I'd say with the way we're the team is humming,
and the line-out was exceptional.
Fair play to Paul O'Connell. They sorted the shit out, because I honestly thought O'Connell's neck was on the block, because it had been an issue for about 18 months coming up to the World Cup, and nothing was improving. I thought O'Connell was going to be given the heave ho, but look, it's been sorted anyway after the France game. So let's hope it continues.
I see there's a comment coming in there from Dara Weston. James Grennan could be a judge on Father Ted's Lovely Girls competition. They all played well. Thanks, Dara.
I don't see that. Go on, Matt. Us versus France.
Look, it was a good, solid team performance. I had a feeling we were going to win, but I thought it was going to be like a one-score game. I did not expect a 21-point win, record win, in that we actually slapped France about the park. But as Peter Martin said, massively missed Antoine Dupont in the middle of the field. Missed his leadership and the way he drills the team. I think there was a massive hole there. No offense to the guys that, like, Maxime Lucu is generally a good player and Jalibert is a quality fly half, but they just weren't up to the task at hand. I don't think they were expecting such a performance from us. I think we completely shocked them, and they were puffing and blowing 50 minutes into that game. It could have been higher.
Do you think
could have been higher of a score as well?
Matt, do you think France were kind of complacent coming into this game?
100%. I honestly believe France honestly thought they were just going to turn up to this game and win.
Right. Okay.
There was a comment by one of the pundits there during the week about I think he described it as France were chasing shadows for the game. They were just totally mesmerized by what we were doing.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, true. What's this comment here? Sorry, Mike, before I come to you, Keane Healy is in his last season looking for his fifth star and become the only player to lift all 5 trophies. But he'll do the job for Ireland if needed. Let's just hope the Leinster front row stay injury-free for the Heineken Cup, I presume, as it's an area we don't have sufficient cover for in a big European games. Yeah, okay. Mike Reedy, what are your thoughts on this?
Excellent performance. Like what the lads have all said, we sorted out our line out, which is always been a big thing for us. We got two Maul tries. We bit shaky in the scrum for a while, but sorted that out. Actually, funny enough, it's when we made the changes in the scrum, we dominated them. France got a fright. Now, I wouldn't say they were complacent, that they thought they were going to run over the top of us, but we fucking fronted them up, by the way, and they had no answer. And make no mistake about it, Dupont. Take Dupont out of any team, you miss him. He is so. Do you know something? They have shown they're not very good without him, and other teams will have seen that. Other teams will have seen that, and it'd be interesting to see how they get on in Murrayfield on Saturday. But
I think they'll win. I think they'll win at Murrayfield. I mean,
well, that may very well be the case. But
I think Scotland are in for hiding. I really do.
I don't know.
Prayers.
But we.
Family flowers only.
We dominated.
Yeah, family flowers only. Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, Mike. Sorry, go on.
We dominated every aspect of the game. We took our scores, and we could have the sad thing for France is we could have fucking put more points on them, a few more points on them, and we could have kept them out. They got a try that was a little bit suspect, to say the least, but they had no answer to us. That's as simple as that. None at all.
I would just say that, just further what Mike is saying there, Peter, I would just say if Sexton had been playing, we would have put 50 points on France.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been 37, 18, it would have been 50 points on them.
Did anyone foresee that France would be bottom of the table after round 1?
No,
but sure. Who the fuck would have put money on that? Sorry, Jess, I'm just going to go through some quick comments here. 6 props, 2 on the pitch, 2 on the bench. The bigger squad bursting to get into the team. Okay. Ireland this Sunday game, they should put on all the young guns. Irish will be lots of players, a few old legends. Brenda, when we play away, all right, fair enough. I don't know what that is. Folks, we'll win Sunday, but it'll be a game for 35, 40 minutes. And if we make loads of changes, it could be tricky and hooking 3 or 4 guys off. Okay, that's good point. Too many changes. Yeah. Let me just see here. Sorry, lads, there's loads. I agree. 15 starting versus France. Completely off topic, but with the money the IRFU are making, 120 a ticket for the Italy game and 140 for Wales v Scotland, do you think they could produce a decent mobile app like Leinster? And okay, fair enough. A good point, yeah, I know, but we won't go into that now. I think England underestimated Italy. They did. Someone agrees with Dara Weston. Let me see. Porter gave away very few, if any, scrum penalties on Friday. Is the extra heft from the second helping him? I don't know. If McCluskey starts and Farrell goes 5-3, do we see Larmour on the bench? Good point. Actually, you might do. Who just sorry, lads. There's loads of comments here. Would you start Ringrose a fit? I would start Ringrose, yes. Res Aki for Wales for me. There's one for you, James. A bit political. And if yes, you don't want to discuss, no problem. Why are Palestine? Oh, for fuck's sake, would you go away? Yeah, go away. Not
interest.
Not the time nor the place.
It's rugby here.
Exactly. France didn't turn up. Ireland have more leaders than the French do, and it showed. James Grennan, hold on, here's some mention of you. James Grennan could be a judge. And that's what we saw that one.
That's Dara Weston, yeah.
Sorry, these are all coming in. They're all kind of delayed. Anyway, folks, quickly, we're Italy versus England. James Grennan, I'm going to you. Italy versus England. Did you see that? It was.
Yeah, I saw it. Right, yeah. Like England, totally and utterly underestimated Italy.
Yeah.
You know, if Italy were just a little bit sharper, coulda, woulda, shoulda, they had the beating of England there. A few decisions went against them that I thought were unfair, but England, fuck me, they were undercooked. They were nothing, and I thought Italy were the best I've seen Italy playing in a long time.
Yeah. I totally agree with you, James. Yeah, absolutely, totally agree with you. Yeah. Peter Martin.
Cowley was there.
Yeah, no, I didn't see it.
Right, grand job. Thanks, Pete. Matt.
Yeah, I watched all the games, to be fair. England were seriously underestimating the old Italians, but Italy should have won that game. They really should have. And raging that they didn't. Fucking England just got away with it. Fucking absolutely got away with it. That would have been brilliant to see Italy beat fucking England. It really would have. Jesus.
It would have, but unfortunately, I would agree. Yes, it didn't happen. Mike Reedy, Italy versus England.
Well, when you consider Italy's last game prior to that was conceding 96 points against New Zealand, and to turn that around, and they were also missing Capuozzo on Saturday. They'd have won that game with Capuozzo playing.
Yeah,
and
Cappuccino.
England were fucking dreadful there, and they are dreadful, by the way. They're showing what they had a bit of a flash in the pan as far as I'm concerned in the World Cup.
But they came third in the World Cup, for fuck's sake.
Stop it! Don't fuck it. Yeah.
Fuck.
Jesus sake. Right, Mike Reedy, back to you. Scotland versus Wales. That was some game.
It was a typical it was typical Scotland fucking trying to claw defeat from the jaws of victory. Fucking only Scotland could do it. They almost got what they deserved. They had the game won at 27-0 up. Fucking Wales were dreadful in the first half, and Scotland were dreadful in the second. The classic
They
game
were
of 2 halves.
in the first half. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Oh,
Matt.
by the way, they could have lost that game, and they would have. And you know something, they'll be kicking themselves that they didn't get a bonus point, because if they have any aspirations about doing anything in the Six Nations, they needed a bonus point in that game.
No, they don't.
No,
They don't deserve. They don't deserve to have any aspirations. They're not going to do anything in the fucking Six Nations.
Well,
Matt, Wales v Scotland.
It was a very entertaining game to watch. Not for any Wales or Scottish fans, though. For me, two teams that play 40 minutes won't cause anybody else any problem. Also, Finn Russell's face will just show how much that fucking Scotland got away with that fucking victory. He just fucking priceless. Do you know what I mean?
He actually threw his own players under a bus after an interview.
Oh, right.
Rightly so. Look, I mean, if you're a captain and you tell your team don't go in off your feet at the next fucking ruck, and they do that, like fucking absolutely throw them under the bus, stupid cunts.
Yeah. Grant. Okay, Peter. Peter Martin, go on. Peter Martin, Wales v Scotland.
Yeah, I did actually see this most of this game, the last few minutes of the first half, and Wales were just an absolute shit show in the first half. I don't know what the fuck Gatlin was doing, or Costello launching the ball the way he was launching it. All the players were fucking in front of him and he kicking it. I don't know. I know it must be the beard or drinking or something like that. It was fucking absolute brain rot or something. I really don't know. But look, whatever was said at halftime, it fucking worked. And I don't think Finn Russell put himself forward or did himself any favors to be a captain for any Lions team or any other team going forward. Because
he couldn't captain a fucking one-man boat, for fuck's sake.
No. He's looking around, looking for someone else. He didn't lead. He certainly didn't lead by example. That's for sure.
No, true. Yeah, I totally agree, Pete. Yeah. James Grennan.
So you can sum it up like this: 27 unanswered points, followed by 26 unanswered points. Fucking madness! Total fucking madness.
Yeah, no, you're right. I totally agree. And come here to me now. You're right, James. I totally agree with you. And Pete and Matt and Mike, Finn Russell, in an interview after the game, right? He said he was given out because for the second half performance, he was given out that his team were ignoring his instructions. That's what happened, and that's why the collapse in the second half happened, because the team around him ignored his instructions. Now, what the fucking Jesus is that all about?
He's not their captain. Laurie.
Yeah, he's not the captain.
You don't want to follow.
Listen, if you have something to say, you don't fucking say it in a public forum. You say it in the changing room to your players.
Yeah,
you're not fucking throwing.
I'd say you fucking said it in the changing room too.
Yeah, well, that's fine saying it in the change room. There's no problem with that. Don't fucking say it in an interview. And basically, he's under. There's a big difference. You cannot throw your players under a bus. It's the same as fucking McFarlane doing that to the Ulster players a few weeks ago. You can't do that.
There's one rule in management that I live by. You praise in public, you chastise in private.
Absolutely, 100% all the time.
Completely the wrong thing to do. Completely and utterly the wrong thing.
Never a captain. He never has been, and he never will be. He's fucking dreadful.
That's him. He's lost the dressing room now. Anyway, that's for sure.
He was always a spoofer. Anyway, we knew that.
Yeah, well, there you go. Just a couple of comments there, gents.
Don't disregard that now.
Sorry, hold on. Just sorry, James. I think the delay in the vocals there. Italy game, was there annual argument for staying in the Six Nations? The question is, will they produce another one or possibly two good games? Crap captain. So someone says this one. There's A stat we all need. How much time per show does Burke spend talking about Finn Russell?
Right,
that'd be
Pete,
interesting.
that's your task for next week. Find out have a stat, make a stat on that.
The
Tell you
best
what,
he
Mike,
has.
we should. Well, no, what we need is not a swear jar, but a Russell jar. Every time Burke mentions Finn Russell, it's a coin in the jar.
Scottish All
All
right, okay, gents, we're over the hour, and we just briefly go through these. So next Six Nations games. James Grennan, I'm going to start with you. England versus Wales. How do you see that going? Sorry,
can I just start with the under-20s? The brilliant performance by our under-20s.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Our own Norwegian's man, Hugh Gavin, getting man of the match. Fucking legend.
He played fucking. He was whopper in that game.
I actually have it here, James, in my notes, and I'm leaning on it, so I didn't see it. Sorry about that.
What was the question anyway?
Oh, next we get England versus Wales. How do you see that going?
I think England are going to wallop them. England have got a serious wake-up call against Italy, and it'll be family flowers only, I think, and prayers and thoughts for Wales.
I don't think it's going to be that easy for England. Anyway, Peter Martin, England versus Wales.
I think it'll be the game. It could be the game of the round, to be honest with you, because there'll be a slaughter in the other two games. I think England-Wales could be very, very interesting. England are still trying to bed in their new system, and they limped home against Italy, and they know it. And on the other hand, Wales came off a better 40 minutes of rugby probably than England did. So if there's any sense of momentum, if look the way it is, if Wales sort out their lineup, they've got Wales have got real fucking problems in the pack insofar as they haven't got a hooker that can throw a ball. It's absolutely between Elias and Elliot D. They're both fucking useless. I mean, I swear to God, they couldn't hit a cow's arse with a banjo. Like, it's absolutely appalling how bad they are throwing it in. There was a stat actually produced by some of the lads on Welsh lads on Twitter, saying when there's no opposition on the throw, Welsh throw, it's 100%, but when it is, it's down to 50%. So it's basically a lottery when you challenge the Welsh lineup. That's basically what it is. Yeah. So how the fuck can you bloody work a game off that? And then, you know, they've got issues with props as well. They just don't. I don't think they have a good scrummaging pack at all. They have a couple of good back rows there in Wainwright with that magnificent Tash and Rafael, and then that knacker on the bench, Basham, he's actually a good flanker. So he is. But if Wales get enough ball, I think they'll put the shits up England and they could beat them. I
think they will. Yeah, I agree with that. I think they will. Matt.
I'd say that's going to be a very close game. I'd say it'll be desperate to watch. It'll be shite rugby, but it'll be a close game. And I'd say England might just nick it.
Ooh. Mike Reedy.
I think England will win a scrappy game because it's at Twickenham.
Yeah.
Wales don't like Twickenham. They're both dreadful teams. You know what Peter Martin is right though. They're coming off a bad second half performance by England and a good second half performance by Wales. So that doesn't whether that'll relate to this game or not. I think England will win a scrappy game by one score.
Okay, I for the record, I think Wales will win, and that probably means that England will win.
England will actually win.
Definitely
right.
England.
Yeah, there you go. That's I've just wrecked the fucking balls of the English. James Grennan, Ireland versus Italy. Is there any doubt that?
I don't think there is any doubt. I think Italy will probably put up a good fight for maybe 15-20 minutes, and then we'll just wear them down and it'll be a cricket score.
Right, okay. Peter Martin?
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right, fair enough. Matt Boland?
Yeah, spot on. I think it could be 30 points in it.
All right. Mike Reedy?
Yeah, one-way traffic. One-way traffic.
Fine job. Okay, Mike, back to you. The last game is, which will be, I think, a very interesting game. Scotland versus France. Scotland at home to France.
Scotland actually have a decent record against France, you know, but if Scotland play like they did in the first half, they have a chance of winning the game. If they play like they did in the second half against Wales, they could get fucking beaten. France were poor now against us. So I think Scotland will probably win a close game as well, to tell you the truth.
Okay. Matt.
France got crucified by their own media on fucking Saturday. So if
They
they
did.
don't perform well in Scotland and beat Scotland convincingly, it's fucking curtains for the rest of the fucking tournament for them.
Right.
I don't see Scotland on the performance against fucking Wales last week. I don't see them doing any better against fucking France. I'd say France will have a point to prove big time in that game, and we'll win convincingly. I'd say.
All right, Peter Martin.
Look, I don't. Scotland are. Yeah, no, there's going to be a whole pile of passion coming out from France because they got their arses handed to them by us and by their media, and look, it's going to be. I think it'll be significant. I think that team's been announced tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. That's actually I meant to say the Wales England match. The Wales announced have named their team already.
Have they?
Yes, they have. And your man Costello has been dropped out of altogether.
Jesus.
Out of the team. Yeah, they made a few changes, all right, swapped around props and so on. But Owen Lloyd, who came on in the second half against Scotland, he starts. George North is back in at 13 as well.
Right. Okay.
That's another area like England where Wales are in shite. Is that's in centre and out half, absolute shit show.
Okay, James Grennan with your cat.
This is our rescue cat. Say hello to Joy.
That's your rescue cat, yeah.
That's the other pussy you're rubbing, James.
Go on,
I knew that was going to come out by somebody.
There's so many jokes going on there.
So many jokes.
Yeah, so many jokes. James Grennan, go on. Your prediction for that one?
For France, Scotland.
Yeah.
Oh God, help us. Yeah, I think France are going to have a point to prove. I don't care what you say, Mike, about Scotland have a good record against France. They're going to get kicked out the gate, and it's going to be it'll be a bloodbath for them, unfortunately. And I don't care where they're playing it. France are going to win that one and win it handsomely.
I'm just not sure France are capable of it, to tell you the truth.
They are.
They're definitely capable.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Right, folks. That's all the games, and what we'll end on is an important message from James Grennan regarding Revolut and scams that are going on. James, do you want to tell us what went on?
Yeah. So just a word of caution, folks. I nearly fell for a scam during the week there. I got a call from a guy purporting to be from Revolut. I was in the middle of trying to set up my new phone. I just bought a phone on at the weekend, and I was in the middle of setting it up and putting in all my new passwords and trying to get everything set up. And this guy just happened to ring, purporting to be from Revolut. He did the whole calls would be recorded for training purposes and all this crack. And then he started asking me about he said there's suspicious transactions on your account, like 400 euros spent in France and another 23 euros spent somewhere else. And he said, were these yours? And I said, no, they were not. No way, they weren't. And he says, yeah, I can see they were done on an Android phone. So we need to block that now. So when I go to, and he had my email address, and he said, I'm going to send you a link. And the usual one where you get to challenge the security challenge, where you get no, it's not me, and yes, it is me, and then you get 3 double digit numbers that you select one, all that crack. So he said, right, I'm going to send you an email and click on yes, it's me. And I was so flustered, and my daughter was looking for my old phone. She says, "Is your old phone ready yet? Can I have it?" And it was fucking in my ear, and I was all flustered, and caught me at a bad time, and I nearly fell for the fucking thing. And he said, "Click on yes, it's me," and I did. And then it came to the next page where it says, click on number 10, and I just fucking something clicked, and I said, "This is fucking. I don't know what the fuck's going on here." And I said to him, I said, "Look, with the greatest respect, I don't know whether this is genuine or not, and you could be a very clever scammer. So what I'm going to do is going to hang up now and ring Revolut." And I was in the middle of saying that to him, and next thing he hung up on me. So when I said I was hanging up, I'm going to ring Revolut, he knew the jig was up. And my brother just rang me today and he said, look, I had told my brother about this, and he said, it was on News Talk today. There's a load of people have been caught out with the exact same scam, people ringing purporting to be from Revolut. And one poor lady apparently lost over 3,000 euros overnight, where she followed the instructions. And I swear to God, my finger was hovering over in the butter, and something stopped me, and I thought, fuck, this is, and I, like, you might think I'm awful stupid, but I don't think I am, and I think I'm fairly wise to these things. And I was so close to it. I was absolutely shaken afterwards, thinking how fucking close I was to getting scammed. And I didn't even know then that there was other people falling for this. But this is the latest scam that's going on, and it's very, very fucking clever. So always the thing that rang in my head was, if you're in doubt, tell them you're going to hang up and ring the company, whatever company it happens to be, ring them back and ask, is this, I've got this call, was it from you? And the guy knew the jig was up. And there was a guy with an Irish accent. He was from Kildare, Dublin, somewhere like that, East Coast Ireland accent anyway, and very, very convincing. Did the whole calls will be recorded for training purposes. Are you okay with that? Yeah. All that nearly had me. I swear to God, it frightened the shit out of me. I swear to God.
Well, I'll tell you what, gentlemen. I got a message from a woman who is a member of our group, and she was asking me to legitimize a member who was trying to sell her tickets for the Six Nations. And I just said, do not buy any tickets that you see for sale unless they're admin approved. And she proceeded to tell me that she was scammed out of 1,300 euros last year from scammers who were offering tickets for sale. The usual, you pay for the tickets and then you get blocked on WhatsApp or Messenger or whatever it is. And she lost her money, and that's it. So that's why we say all the time, do not buy tickets in the group that are advertised for sale unless they're admin approved by one of us here, or Claire or Sarah or whoever. Just don't do it. Right. Anyway,
I would say let's stick to that policy, by the way. We take, because you can't take, we'll be almost held responsible if we sanction shit like that. No chance. I would never be in favor of it anyway.
All right, we will. This is the last comment that we'll end on. I don't know what this is. Oh my God, that's terrible. They're so clever. Wankerness. Thank God you didn't go through it, James. I'm always having to tell my mom to watch out for these. Oh my God, that's mental. Right, folks, that's all we have time for. We're nearly 20 minutes over time. Jesus Christ, I'm after hitting something here. No, I didn't. Now all that's left for me to do is to thank James Grennan, and thankfully he didn't get scammed. Peter Martin, Matt Boland, and Mike Reedy. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your week, and we shall see you next week. Thank you. All the best.
All the best. Good luck, lads.
Take care.